All right, hello. I'm Reba Haskell, and welcome to Principles of Management in Hospitality. So if you have found the syllabus and you found this video, you have found your way to Blackboard. Congratulations. In this video, we're just going to quickly go over the syllabus and some of the expectations for the class, and then a little bit over how Blackboard is laid out. All right, if you do happen to have any classes on campus, my office is 231J in the Hilton College. That's behind the Waldorf Ballroom. So if you're on campus, stop by and say hello. My office hours are Monday from 11 to 1 in the office if you're on campus, or otherwise I do have a link on Teams. Please let me know if you want to stop in your office hours or if you need an alternate time. I would be happy to assist you. Also, my office number does forward to my cell. So if I don't happen to answer it, please leave a message. My phone it just always says spam. So I might not answer your call unless there's a name attached to it. All right, for this class, there is an optional textbook. In a lot of the announcements I'll make, I will remind you to read the specific chapter from the book. If you are a person who really does well with textbooks and enjoys reading them, go ahead and get it. It's definitely worth it. If you're not going to read the book anyways, that's probably not the best investment for you to make. All right. So that is your choice. All right, so for this course, we're going to create a foundation in service management for you and your other management courses. All right, we have several objectives. We're going to develop an understanding of the aspects of management and operations of importance to service producing as opposed to goods producing organizations. Basically, you can read all these. I like to talk about management in the terms that are going to affect you when you get out into the work world, especially as a frontline manager, how to be a good boss, different principles that you're going to need going into the workforce. All right, so my late policy, I do accept late work up to 5 days past the due date for 50% off the original point total. If you, for this class, I do not allow for makeup exams. So if you miss the exam, you miss the exam. That's all there is to it. You do have a full week to take it. All of our assignments are submitted through Blackboard. I do take off 50% for an incorrect upload. Later on in the syllabus, I'll go over the calendar that is pretty specific about what we do each week and your assignments, your exam dates, and then they're also listed in Blackboard as well. All right, so how are you graded? That's probably the most important information. You will have 3 exams. Each of them will be 10 points each. I'm sorry, you'll have 4 exams. 4 total exams, and I count 3 of them. Okay, so that's why I don't allow for makeup exams. That can just be your dropped exam. All right. These are timed exams. So you have a certain amount of time to answer each question and you cannot backtrack on them. So even though it is open book, open note, make sure that you have prepared for these exams because you aren't able to take as much time as maybe you would need to if you needed to sift through the material. Each week we'll have an assignment, either with the chapter or the information that we're covering. All of our assignments are going to be due by Sunday at midnight. One of your assignments will also be to interview an industry professional. Okay, so you're going to interview them about the job that they do and how some of the principles that we use and talk about in the class apply to their positions. So start thinking about who you're going to interview. This is going to be due towards the end of the semester. But since it does involve someone else's time, please be very conscious of not waiting to the last minute so that you can get this turned in. It's a very worthwhile assignment. I know most of my classes really enjoy doing this. So it's really to your benefit to start thinking about this very early. All right, you do have a group project in this class. I know it's an asynchronous online class, but part of management, part of life is working with different people and coordinating your schedules. Okay. We do have a Teams page open for this class. So you shouldn't have issues getting in touch with your people. And there will be a video throughout the semester or later on in the semester, kind of going over the groups and going over the project. And then there's an outline. It is a podcast that you're going to do with your group. And then there's an outline that goes with it. All right, we have our grading scale, which is very standard. Then we have our calendar here. It breaks down the dates, what we're going to go over, and what assignments are due here. Okay. Very, very straightforward. In this class, I do allow some group work. Whenever there's something done in a group, I do ask that all members upload to Blackboard their own their individual assignments. So you might be turning in the same project with everyone's name on it, but every single person needs to upload it to Blackboard. All right. So let's go over Blackboard real quick. All right, so in Blackboard, management principles and hospitality, I know mine probably looks a little bit different than yours, but you kind of can get the idea here. In the information section, we will have, we've got the chapter PowerPoints and the syllabus. Now, these are PowerPoints from the actual book, okay? So they don't look like the ones that I'm using. I have tried to make them just a little more interesting since you're sitting in front of a screen watching them. It's not just the regular textbook PowerPoints. Some of these PowerPoints do have additional information in them that I decide not to cover, especially when you get to chapter 4. But it's just additional information. I feel like these are great to take notes on if you want to print these up and follow along. Then when we get into content, you've got what we're going to go over the first week of class, which will also have the syllabus in here. Then we have section 1, section 2, and section 3. And these kind of correspond with the calendar that is on your syllabus. All right. Each week has a chapter broken down. For week 5, we don't go over a chapter. We have an alternate assignment, and then you have your test in here. Okay. All of your tests allow for 2 attempts. And I will take the highest score of those. Again, they're both timed. The test banks are very, very large. So if you take it in one attempt, you're not necessarily going to get the same questions in the next test. And then we do have several discussion boards, discussion posts. So make sure you see these, and these are some of your assignments, and then our messages, and then your grades as well. I look forward to a really great semester with you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. That is one thing very specific. Please ask me if you have a question about something, or if you find that maybe there's a group me or the teams in the class is really confused on something. Please come to me and ask me. Please call me. I really want to help you guys out and make sure that you understand this material. All right, but you guys have a great rest of your day. Good first week of school, and I will see you guys in the future.